Hi, my name is Helma Volk and I'm going to be making a microwave cake that is sugar-free except for the natural sugars in the raisins, and also high in protein, and I take it with me on backpacking trips or hiking, day hikes, kayak trips, etc. So let's get started. So in this particular case I'm using old-fashioned rolled oats. And to tell you the truth, you could use just about any type of flour or combination of flours. It all works out good. In fact, there's no particular recipe because you can modify this any way you want. Now I put some coconut oil in the bottom of this and heated it up. Coconut oil heats up, or rather it changes to liquid at 78 degrees, and I wanted that to be liquid. And I'm adding some spices. In this particular case I like nutmeg and ginger and cinnamon and ground cloves. And like I said, just about anything you use works out well. I started this years ago because I got some cake mixes on sale and bought 2 of them, and I made a cake. Put it in the oven and I figured, well, this will last a week. Ha 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 ha. Nope. It was gone in 2 days, and I live by myself. So then I got to thinking, well, maybe I could just make a small batch. So now what I often add is instant coffee, because it gives me a little boost on the trail. Everything here is optional or subject to change, and here we've got some unsweetened dark chocolate. This is a real treat. But anyway, so I decided to make a smaller cake in a cereal bowl and microwave it, and put in a couple eggs, or 1 egg maybe, I don't know, and some water, and it came out well, except it was so darn sweet. Oh my gosh, I don't have a sweet tooth. You know, you need a little sweetener and stuff, but I get it naturally from the fruit. It was so sweet, so I started experimenting with different flours and stuff, and it all came out well. I'm going to add some liquid here. Most liquids work. I also frequently, or not frequently, but once in a while I'll make a cake. For breakfast I'll have rolled oats and mustard and different types of spices like ginger, garlic, Italian herbs, things like that. And instead of fruit, I might add vegetables. With this particular cake, I'm going to add raisins now to it, but if I was not taking it on a trail and just eating it at home, I might add diced apples or other types of fruit. And now I'll add a couple eggs. And I forgot a place to put my eggs. I'll just leave them there for now. Eggshells, I meant eggshells. Now, that could have worked out better, but whatever. You get the idea. And I got a little eggshell in there. Mix that around. I was doing this long before, well, several years before they came out with muffins in a mug. And how much liquid you use and how much time to go for kind of depends. As if there's more liquid, now I'm adding ground flaxseed. You want to have ground flaxseed if you're using flaxseed because you can't digest regular flaxseed. And I grind it in the coffee grinder. If you leave just ground flaxseed out for too long, it becomes rancid. So you always want to grind it fresh if you can, or if you buy ground flaxseed, use it up as soon as you can, because I don't know how long it takes to go rancid, but I know that it does. This might be a little bit too liquidy. I might add some more rolled oats to it. Or what I've sometimes done, if it's too liquidy, I've added a little bit of protein powder. Doesn't matter. And how long you cook it for really depends on, like I said, how liquid it is. Because if it's more cake-like, it's going to vary. And if it's more brownie-like, it's going to vary. And so when you first start out, you might want to try for 3.5 minutes. This particular one, I've used it enough that I'm going to start with 5 minutes, but you want to keep in mind that sugars, these are no sugar added raisins, but you need a fruit, otherwise it's just not going to be sweet enough for your taste usually. And I don't have a sweet tooth, but sugars will cook faster in a microwave than without sugar. So especially if you've added any added sugar, you want to start out at less time. You could always add more time, but you can't take time away. And now I'll add some sunflower seeds. And again, your ingredients are going to be optional. People say, well, you know, I could add this or I could add that. Sure you can. Add some sunflowers in there. When I said I use coconut oil, I don't always add oil, but if I do, it's going to be coconut oil because most oils do not do well at high temperatures. Now I'm going to stick this in the microwave for 5 minutes and I'll be right back. Well, it's done, and exactly 5 minutes, and it's still pretty hot right now. Anyway, the reason I like the cereal bowl as opposed to a coffee mug, coffee mug you kind of eat it with a spoon. This I can cut up, and I can take these little pieces into my backpack inside a little bag. I might mention this placemat I've used. Guess what? I like having calendars around, and I didn't really want to get rid of all the pretty pictures. This one isn't as nice a picture as some of the other ones, but a couple of years ago I thought, this is silly, I'll just put them in the recycling bin. And then I thought, I'll use them. So I can see the pictures once more. I use them as a placemat, and they get gnarly, you just throw them away. And I've gotten an extra use out of them. I should mention that because there are no preservatives, the shelf life without refrigeration is probably about 4 days. Do you have a favorite trail recipe? If so, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.